What's up guys, Lorox is back, and I'm sure you're all aware of the situation involving actor Ezra Miller, in which he has a confrontation with who appears to be a fan. And today I just want to take a few minutes to discuss the situation. I want to analyze the video, and I want to just give my thoughts on the overall reaction from the media. So right off the bat, the video is very awkward. It has this feeling about it that something's just kind of not quite there. It's a little off. It starts off with Ezra Miller kind of talking smack to the lady, saying if she wants to fight, and the lady walks up to him kind of dancing a little bit. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if that's a TikTok thing, but yeah, she just walks up to him doing some kind of weird movements. At this point, he shoves her against that dumpster or whatever that is in the video. I honestly can't tell. And then he kind of like shoves her to the floor. And while this is all going on, you can kind of hear her, I don't know if it's laughing or if she's like actually gasping because she's surprised, but she's making some kind of noise. And I think you can tell by her face. She definitely looks a little bit shocked and surprised. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if they're like, if she's actually surprised that they're getting into this confrontation, or if she was like instigating it and expecting a reaction from him, but not of this magnitude. So yeah, she just looks really surprised by the whole ordeal. And kind of the cherry on top of this whole video is at the end when he has her on the floor and he's kind of like, I don't know, kind of harassing her. And then the guy filming the video, or someone who's in the area at the time, he's like, starts saying bro, 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 and like trying to put a stop to this. This whole scene can be seen as a few different ways. For one thing, it could have been play fighting at first, and then he got a little too physical, and that's when people are starting to like get him to back off. Or he was legitimately angry at this girl and he actually wanted to do her harm or do something to her in some means. I don't know what it entailed. Again, I don't know the whole context of the video. We'll have to wait until someone from the video gives us their statement. But for the time being, we're just making guesses here. Like, my guess is as good as yours. I'm just kind of sharing my thoughts on the situation. So yeah, the video is really strange. It's kind of really awkward. Alcohol may have been involved, which might explain their erratic behaviors. And I think I heard this did take place at a bar in Iceland. So it's entirely possible that alcohol had an influence on the situation. So yeah, that's the video in a nutshell. Now what I want to talk about is the media's reaction to the video. People have blown this way out of proportion. Every time I see news of this video, it's always like, oh my god, Ezra Miller is choking a fan. We don't even know what's happening in that video. Nobody involved has given us their account. Ezra Miller has not said anything about it, even though I'm sure he's aware of the situation. He might just be keeping his head down for the time being until it cools down a little bit so that he can actually give his statement. But besides him, none of the other people that were there at the time have actually given their statements or said anything about it. So that's just my point. We don't know what happened, and people are taking it and acting like they do. I mean, what happened to innocent until proven guilty? We can't just peg these things on him without knowing the whole story. I saw something else that was pretty interesting. It said that because of this video that has surfaced, DC is now going to cancel the Flashpoint movie. What? Now, I'm taking this with a grain of salt because it was posted by some random person on social media who I don't know how much merit they have in what they post, but I'm taking this with a grain of salt. I don't think it's true, but let's just say, for the sake of argument, if it is true. I cannot begin to list all the reasons this is a terrible idea. Really, really foolish. Worst case scenario, they should recast the actor. I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't think they should do that, but if it comes to that, that's what they should do. Because at the end of the day, there's like 200, 300 people working on that movie. It's not just him. And well, what? Because one person chose to do something bad, you're going to scrap the whole movie. Really? Sure, let's just get 200, 300 people out of jobs. Like, that's not a bad decision at all. Plus, generally, just the bad financial decision that would be. the ramifications it would have on its franchise building. It's just a bad move, honestly. And you know, it's not like every single person in a superhero movie is just, oh, super duper awesome and golden and could do no wrong. Like, no, people screw up, people make mistakes. The important thing is that we learn and we grow from the experience to not make those same mistakes in the future. One recent example, James Gunn was fired from Marvel Studios for some unsavory actions he did back in the day. And who immediately hired him to direct a movie? DC. So not only would that be a terrible move, it'd also be really hypocritical. But like I said, it's probably just some stupid rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. I don't think that's going to be the case. It's just this whole thing has been blown way out of proportion. I can't wait to find the article that says, oh, Ezra Miller beats up a girl with a crowbar while peeing on her and wearing his Flash costume. I hope to hear from someone in that video soon about exactly what happened so we can get the full story and know how it actually went down. Either way, I think we have way bigger problems than Ezra Miller getting into a confrontation with a fan. Like, for example, I don't think there's social distancing at all in that video. Like, I honestly really don't. Maybe it took place way before the quarantine happened, I don't know. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up my video. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think happened in that video? How do you think this is going to affect him moving forward? And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.